So YouTube really is monetizing small YouTubers. It is true. And I am proof of that because I got monetized not in 30 days, but within 5 weeks, I was already monetized. So this is really good news for if you're a small creator. But I want to caution you because there is a formula to this. Because you're not just going to post whatever you want on YouTube and just blow up. It's not going to happen that way. The people that I have seen, the small creators that I have seen that are blowing up on YouTube, myself included, are people that have put strategic things in place. And I'm going to talk about 3 of those things that you need to do if you want to be one of the small YouTubers that are going to blow up on YouTube. Well, it's about time because YouTube is promoting small creators, small YouTube channels, brand new YouTube channels. YouTube is pushing them out. And I myself am proof of that because I started my channel 5 weeks later, I was monetized. I couldn't even believe it myself because I thought at least it would take maybe 3 months to get monetized. But within 5 months, my channel was monetized. Something about small channels. This girl right here, watch what she says about small channels.
So this brand new main channel got pushed more than my channel that I've been building for a couple of years. Like YouTube is literally giving a piece of the pie to smaller creators right now.
She actually had a big channel, and then her small channel is actually doing much better than her big channel that has like thousands of subscribers. Isn't that crazy? Well, we know what they're doing because they've actually said that they are prioritizing small channels and trying to push them out. And here's a video right here by the YouTube exec talking about exactly that.
Because when you say the algorithm follows the audience, they worry that they don't have an audience yet for the algorithm to follow. So do we do anything for those creators?
Yeah, so we have a team that is specifically focused on this challenge of trying to identify for creators that are just getting started, to make sure that there is a path for new creators to get started. It's a metric we track, how many new creators are succeeding on the platform. We're very focused on that. We care a lot about it because we do believe that there's a lot of opportunity there with new creators coming along with new ideas all the time, and we want to help those creators be successful.
And the reason why I said it's about time, because I just discovered these stats. I couldn't even believe it. Only 17% of YouTube accounts are monetized. 17%, that's it. 17%. And on top of that, only 4% of YouTube accounts have more than 10,000 subscribers. That's just crazy. Starting in about 2024, starting in 2024, they did start to prioritize small channels. And we saw like a huge explosion of like, especially over 40 YouTube. Guys, listen, over 40 YouTube is blowing up. It is blowing up. And I'm over 40, but don't tell anyone. But yes, YouTube for over 40 people is blowing up. I've seen so many people who are over 40, especially if you look the part. If you look like you're 50, 60, 70 years old, you're going to post a few videos and you're just going to blow up. I'm telling you. So you're seeing that there's this trend. So basically, YouTube is becoming more like TikTok, where they're showing content to people based on their interests, not really based on who they're subscribed to. And if you're on TikTok, you kind of know that's how that works. And Instagram has also started to follow this pattern to where they're showing you other people's content based on your interests. So this is really good news for if you're a small creator. But I want to caution you because there is a formula to this. So you want to be strategic about this because you're not just going to post whatever you want on YouTube and just blow up. It's not going to happen that way. The people that I have seen, the small creators that I have seen that are blowing up on YouTube, myself included, are people that have put strategic things in place. And I'm going to talk about 3 of those things that you need to do if you want to be one of the small YouTubers that are going to blow up on YouTube. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you want to have a niche. And I know there's a lot of talk out there about you're the niche, you can broaden your niche, you can post just about anything. And because YouTube, I want you to write that down. I'm the niche, and then scrunch it up like a piece of paper and then throw it in the dustbin. Okay. Trash can, okay? Trash can. I know I grew up speaking British English, so we say dustbin. So just throw that in the trash can, because that is not going to work if you are still in the growth phase of YouTube. If you are wanting to grow and get monetized, you have to have a niche. You have to define what you're talking about. You have to define who your audience is, who you're talking to. It has to be a narrow avatar of who you're speaking to. You can't just say, well, I'm speaking to everybody, because then you end up speaking to nobody. So people are looking for people that they will follow that are speaking to their pain points, that are speaking to the issue that they are having. So you need to provide value and provide solutions to this audience, and that audience is going to love you and you're going to grow. So that's number one. So I don't want to really go deep into that, because I actually created a video about this that you can go and watch, where I go more into detail about how, especially now in 2025, with the way the YouTube algorithm is set up, it is set up to help you blow up if you are a niche, if you have a niche, if you are a niche channel. So if you're just broad and you're just posting things willy-nilly, you are not going to grow. You are not going to grow. That works if you've already got an established audience, or there's something really unique or something really exceptional about you. But if you're just a regular person, like most of us are, then you're going to need to have a niche. You're not going to be able to get away with saying that you're the niche and just posting whatever you want. So go and watch that video that I posted about how to define your niche and why it is important for you to have a niche in 2025. So number 2 is your thumbnail and your title. You need to have a thumbnail and a title that invokes curiosity, because you can have the best video on YouTube. You can spend hours and hours editing and creating this video, and it is a great video. But if you don't have a good title and a good thumbnail that gets people to click on it, then there's no use, there's no point. I actually had that experience where I spent a lot of time. When I first started out, I was spending hours creating these videos, and I was trying to be perfect. I was trying to do the perfect lighting and the cameras. I had a nice fancy Canon camera that I bought, and I was really trying to be perfect, and I was spending hours editing, and I really didn't get that thumbnail part down, and I was getting no views. And I actually went and looked at my analytics and saw that it wasn't really because that YouTube wasn't recommending my video, but it was really because people were seeing it, but then they weren't really interested in clicking in the video. And you can go see this in your YouTube analytics. If you go to your YouTube analytics in the YouTube Studio, if you don't have the YouTube Studio app downloaded, go ahead and download it, because you want to keep track of your stats to see how you're doing. On the YouTube Studio app, you'll be able to see your click-through rate. And basically, click-through rate is based on how many people actually click on your thumbnail. So let's say 100 people saw your thumbnail. If 5 people of those 100 people click on your thumbnail, then that means your click-through rate is about 5%, which is good. So they say that if your click-through rate is between 2 and 10%, that's really good. If it's less than 2%, then you know you've got a problem. And I've had that issue where I posted a video and I saw the click-through rate was like 1.5%. So that means only 1 out of 100 people were clicking on my thumbnail. So I was like, okay, this is not good. So I went and I re-edited the thumbnail, and I really put some thought into it, and I changed the thumbnail, and the thumbnail and my click-through rate went from 1% to about 5%, like within 24 hours. So you want to keep track of those stats in your YouTube Studio. You can do that on the desktop or on this app. So your thumbnail and your title are really important. So make sure you are putting some thought in your thumbnail. Make sure you're putting a nice clear image with minimal text on there, not too many words, but maybe even no words, and have a good title that gets people to click on it. So you have to frame your video in a way that makes people want to click on it. So let's move right on. Let's see. Okay, so the third thing that you're going to want to do is actually what I was just talking about, is structuring your video. Your video has to have structure. You can't just ramble on and just talk and talk and talk. You have to structure your video so that people understand what your video is about. The minute they get on your video, they understand how many things that you're going to tell them, and they have a roadmap of where the video is going. So basically, you want your video to start off with a hook. A hook means that you are giving them something very interesting that makes them want to learn more about the video. So you're giving them something and you're telling them something very interesting that hooks them into your video. So when you start your video, you have your hook, and then you want to kind of give them a roadmap of where you're going with this video. So what I usually like to do is I'll say that, this video is going to be about this, this, and this, and I'm going to share with you 3 things, kind of like I did in this video. I'm going to share with you 3 things that help you with X, Y, and Z. So at least they have an idea. So when you're at step number 2 or thing number 2, they kind of have a roadmap. Okay, so we're at 2 and she said there's 3, so she's going to say one more thing. So it keeps them watching, and it doesn't feel like there's no end in sight and they don't really understand where this video is going. So you really want to structure your video, and there's a great acronym that you can use to structure your video. It's called GREAT, actually. So it's GREAT, GREAT. The G stands for get your audience's attention. So basically that is the hook, like I was talking about. Like, you want to grab the attention of your viewer. And then the R stands for relate to your audience. So you want to relate to your audience and kind of connect with them as to why you are there to help them for whatever the reason is. So you relate to your audience. So for example, in one of my videos, I have my hook, and then I talk about, like, how I am a small YouTuber as well, and I understand, all the challenges that come with being a small YouTuber, so I connect with my audience that way. So that's the R. And then the E is explain your solution. So basically the E, you're talking about, what value you're going to be giving them, the solutions that you're going to be offering them based on their pain point. And then the A is you ask for engagement. So you're asking for them to comment, you're asking them to like your video. So I will ask my audience, comment down below and let me know how you feel about X, Y, and Z. So that's what the A stands for, is ask for some sort of engagement, because engagement is going to help your video go far, because that's one of the markers that YouTube algorithm is looking for. And they're looking for engagement on your video. So you definitely want to ask your audience to engage with your content. And then T stands for tell your audience what to do next. So towards the end of your video, you want to give some sort of a call to action and tell them what they need to do next. So usually what I do in my videos, like I'm going to do now, is to ask you to go download my free YouTube guide that will help you with your YouTube journey. It's just a quick guide, and basically what it is I just have a few affirmations that help you with your YouTube journey. That really helps me a lot, especially right before I record a video. I will say those affirmations just so I have my mindset in the right place and I feel confident, and I've declared that I am prospering, I am doing well, my audience are engaged, my audience are getting value, that I am able to help people. All of those things I start with my affirmations so I can have my mind in the right place. So that is in the guide. I also have in the guide, I have hooks, verbal hooks that you can use on your videos to help hook your audience in. And these are hooks that work for pretty much every niche, and they're good ways to start your video. Oh, and then I just have like a few suggested equipment that I have that I use as a small YouTuber. Things like, this little mic right here. And like a few things that I use as a small YouTuber. Trust me, I started out with like all the expensive stuff and the expensive lighting and all of that. And YouTube has changed. YouTube is changing. And I think it's going back to the old YouTube, where it's like YouTube, where it's like more natural, and people love that. So the new thing is authenticity, realness, connecting with your audience, and YouTube is going to push you out there. YouTube is monetizing people really fast. So it is now or never. This is your chance. So if you have been thinking about getting on YouTube, or maybe you have just maybe given up, or you've taken a break, or whatever it is, now is the time for you to be serious. Spend time learning and educating yourself and refining your skills and learning new skills and all of that, because it's not just going to happen automatically. You really have to be strategic. You have to learn how YouTube works. You have to learn, you have to be consistent, like they say. But consistency without strategy is just a waste of time, because I've literally seen someone with like 3,000 videos. I shared it in one of my other videos. She had 3,000, she posted 3,000 videos over a 5-year period and still was not monetized. So you have to be strategic. You have to be willing to learn how the algorithm works, how video content is created, the structures of videos, like I said, and then you start to develop those skills and actually implement them into what you're doing. And as you learn and as you develop those skills and as you get better and your videos get better, then your views are going to get better, and then you're going to get monetized, and then you're going to go on to have a lot of subscribers and followers. I just had an afterthought after I was finished recording that video in the car, and I thought about it. Let's help each other grow. Let's help other small YouTubers grow. So I want you to go down into the comments, and I want you to find people that have small channels, click on their channel, see if it's something that interests you. If it is, go ahead and subscribe to their channels and go ahead and watch a couple of their videos and leave a comment. So let's help each other grow. Back to the video. Anyway, hopefully that was a good video for you, and hopefully the things that I shared will help you in your journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.